How are you? My name is Kelsey. Welcome to Asia.
Asia is made up of lots of countries. China, Japan, Cambodia, and Vietnam are just a few. China is the largest country in Asia and the third largest country in the world. Just like in Africa, people who live outside the city live in traditional ways. Their huts are made of materials that are found in the area. And without electricity or running water, local people collect firewood for heat, draw water from wells or nearby streams, and wash their clothes in the river. The rivers are also used for transportation. These boats are called sampans. In Chinese cities, the streets are very crowded, and it's hard to find parking. So people use buses, bicycles, motor scooters, and rickshaws to get around. Rickshaws are also a way for people to earn money by providing rides for others.
Kind of like a taxi cab.
That's right, just like a taxi cab. Another way people earn money is by farming. Most of the farming in Asia is done by hand, without modern machines. Rice and wheat are the most common crops, but tea, sugarcane, and fruit are also popular. Rice, vegetables, and sometimes fish are the main foods served at meals in Asia. Families sit on the floor to eat their meals at tables with short legs. Houses in the cities are very expensive and small, so one room in the house is often used for meals and sleeping. Much of the furniture is beautifully decorated with paintings or mother-of-pearl and oyster shells. It takes lots of hours to make one design like this.
We have a table that looks like that.
I'm not surprised. Asian artwork is very popular all over the world. China was the first country to make ceramics and pottery. Another type of art that's special to Asia is the architecture. Architecture is the design of a building, how it looks. See the curves and detail work on these buildings? A famous piece of architecture is the Great Wall of China. It was built to help protect the city of Beijing and is 3,946 miles long. That would be like driving across the United States from California to New York and halfway back. They must have had a big celebration when that was done.
Hey, we see fireworks on the 4th of July.
That's right. And China was the first place to have fireworks. They use them in February every year to celebrate Chinese New Year. There are parades with bright-colored costumes and special dances. The dances tell stories that have been passed down for generations. They're traditional. Another country that has a special way to tell stories is Indonesia. The country of Indonesia is a neighbor to the south of China. They call their storytelling wayang, which means shadow puppets. The puppets are handmade out of water buffalo skin and put on sticks. At night, a storyteller shines a light on the puppets up against a white screen, and it makes a shadow on the other side for people to watch. Musicians play music to help tell the stories. Using puppets to tell stories is one way to pass the stories on from one generation to the next. It's also a way to communicate with people that don't speak the same language. Another form of Indonesian art is called batik. Batik is a way a design is put on material. Let's see how it's done. First, they draw a design on a piece of cloth and use a pen-like tool called a canting to put wax on the design. Sometimes they use a special stamp to put the wax on faster. Next, the cloth is dyed bright colors. The dye can't get through the wax, and the cloth stays white under the wax. That's what makes the design. Finally, the wax is scraped off, and the material is sewn into clothes. The clothes are worn, sold, or traded at the market for other things, like rice and other food. Farming is common in Indonesia. The soil is good, and the rain and warm weather make the crops grow all year. Farmers who don't have flat land terrace the land into big, flat steps to plant the crops on. Oh, look! It's time to travel again.
Thank you for visiting Asia. Please come again.